The crystal chandeliers literally dripped with light. Mountains of white roses suffocated the altar. It was a flawless high society wedding, surrounded by billionaires smiling like absolute predators. But make no mistake, love was completely absent from the guest list tonight.
Standing at the dead center of this frozen perfection is Alpha Roman Vanguard. Clad in a sharp black suit, he exudes an aura that is entirely, terrifyingly untouchable. He's the youngest, most dangerous billionaire in the country. The kind of alpha who can obliterate a family legacy with a single sentence. And tonight, it's purely a strategic move. An arranged marriage meant to stabilize his empire after months of relentless corporate scandals and intense market pressure.
As the vows are exchanged to the relentless flashing of cameras, Roman barely even glances at his new partner. When the ceremony finally concludes, he leans in. His voice is completely devoid of warmth. He tells him, "Don't expect affection from me. The emotional distance at this altar is just suffocating."
Then there's the Omega, Noa Everhart. Draped in white silk and silver jewelry, he appears perfectly docile, quiet, elegant, almost forgettable. But when Roman delivers his cold warning, Noa simply smiles softly. He whispers back, "Don't worry, I'd never ask for something you can't give." It's a whisper that hints at a deeply buried, dangerous secret. Behind closed doors, their married life was strangely peaceful, almost too peaceful, you know? Sitting by the luxury penthouse window late at night, Noa never argued. He asked for absolutely nothing. He just existed in quiet elegance. But despite Roman's relentless efforts to remain completely detached, the alpha inevitably starts noticing things, little things. The quiet tension really starts to build over luxury dinners. Noa casually predicts massive market shifts before Roman's top executives even catch wind of them, making gentle suggestions that quietly save Vanguard Global millions of dollars. Roman laughs, his eyes narrowing slightly. "You sound like you run a corporation." Noa slowly sips his wine, a faint smirk playing on his lips. "Maybe I do." No one never showed an ounce of fear. None. While seasoned executives trembled in Roman's presence, Noa would calmly step right into the alpha's personal space, look directly into his cold eyes, and delicately adjust his tie. This absolute lack of fear was intoxicating. Roman's inner wolf didn't just become fascinated, it became completely addicted. The untouchable billionaire was plunging headfirst into a slow-burn obsession.
And that cold facade publicly shatters at a high society gala. When another alpha simply touches Noah's worst in conversation, Roman snaps. He grabs Noa possessively, pulling him flush against his chest. The entire ballroom freezes in sheer terror as Roman growls, his voice dripping with pure, unadulterated venom. "Touch my Omega again and I'll bury your entire bloodline."
But just as this dark romance takes hold, everything collapses. Standing alone in the deep shadows of the penthouse, Noa realizes something truly terrifying. The man he is plotting against is becoming the man he might be falling for. The final, fatal stage of his trap is about to spring shut, and his own heart is caught inside it.
Late one night, Roman wakes up to an empty bed. He follows a faint trail of light down into the very depths of the building, discovering a hidden, underground conference room he never even knew existed. The glowing screens illuminate the dark space with a horrifying singular message: Vanguard Global, Collapse Projections. And there, sitting right at the head of the dark table, radiating cold, absolute authority, is his docile husband, CEO Everhart, the anonymous mastermind of Obsidian, Vanguard's greatest rival. The quiet Omega, sleeping in his bed every single night, is the man systematically destroying his empire from the shadows. Noah's vengeance was brilliantly calculated. See, 3 years ago, Roman engineered a hostile takeover that bankrupted Noah's family overnight, leading to his father's death from the immense stress. From those ashes, Noah changed his identity, patiently clawing his way up to become the Obsidian CEO. It was a flawless, devastating path of pure revenge. Confronted in a private room, a furious, physically shaking Roman demands answers, and Noa, he drops his soft act entirely. All that warmth vanishes as he looks at his husband with dead, emotionless eyes. "You really don't remember my family?" Suddenly, looking into those cold eyes, Roman finally remembers the paperwork he signed all those years ago without a second thought. Logic dictated that Roman should hate him.
I mean, the Omega had lied, betrayed him, and completely dismantled his life's work. But Roman didn't hate him. Instead, the betrayal only made the obsession deeper. He fell harder, completely consumed by it all, because Noa was the first and only person to ever outsmart him, to ever make him feel utterly powerless.
A suffocating emotional distance takes over everything. Roman watches Noa constantly. He's violently jealous, losing sleep, because the absolute core of his agony isn't the lost billions or the corporate sabotage. It's the uncertainty. He looks across the luxury penthouse and wonders. Every kiss, every soft touch, was any of it genuine, or was it all just a lie from the very beginning? Stripped of all his alpha pride, Roman is totally, completely vulnerable. The untouchable billionaire finally asks the heartbreaking question that is literally tearing him apart from the inside out. Did you ever love me? Silence. Noa just stares back, deeply conflicted. He doesn't say a single word. And that unbearable, agonizing silence hanging in the cold air, it hurt Roman far worse than any shouted declaration of hatred ever could.
But before the truth can even be spoken, the secret leaks. Roman's enemies discover the Omega-controlling Obsidian is married to the head of Vanguard. The city instantly turns into a dark, rainy battlefield of brutal corporate warfare, assassins, ruthless leaks, pure violence arriving right at their doorstep.
And then comes the ultimate breaking point. Shattered glass, an empty luxury room. Noa is gone, taken by their enemies. In that cold, empty room, Roman Vanguard's carefully maintained, untouchable billionaire mask shatters entirely into a million pieces.
Pouring rain, pure, unbridled fury. Roman completely loses control of his inner alpha. He embarks on a terrifying, obsessive rampage across the entire city, destroying rival companies overnight and burning massive political alliances to the ground just to find his husband. As terrified whispers echoed through the dark streets, the Omega didn't ruin the billionaire alpha. He unleashed him.
After days of absolute carnage, Roman finally finds him in the dusty ruins of an abandoned skyscraper. Bruised, exhausted, Roman Vanguard, the proud, terrifying, untouchable CEO, drops straight to his knees in the dirt. It's an act of total, unadulterated surrender. Reaching out with trembling hands to gently touch Noa's bruised face, Roman delivers a desperate, completely broken confession. You wanted revenge? Take it. Take everything. My company, my name, my life. He offers up his entire existence right there in the ruins of the city.
Just don't leave me. Tears mix with the rain. And finally, Noa breaks down. The cold, calculating mastermind starts to cry, realizing the terrifying truth. He had completely fallen in love with the alpha he was supposed to destroy. As they hold each other desperately in the dark, the lines between bitter vengeance and absolute devotion blur entirely. Neither of them knew where the trap ended and the true affection began.
After all the deception, the ruined families, and the completely shattered facades, one question remains lingering in the dark. Which was truly more dangerous, the revenge or the love?